What is your say-do ratio? Is it high? Is it medium? Is it just? I have no idea what you're talking about. That's fair enough. Let me put it another way. Do you do what you say you are going to do? You know, a high say-do ratio or understanding your say-do ratio will serve as a guide, an honest guide to help you evaluate that. I've had the opportunity to work with CEOs and folks in leadership from across the country. I've even had a chance to coach a few of them. And in every case, I try to ask them, you know, what is this one leadership trait or the one thing that you would like say has made you successful today? And I know that some of you might be thinking, oh, you know, their ability to make tough decisions when it counts, or the fact that they have a shared vision with their team. And all of that is true, and that's really noble. But the thread that connects all of the folks that I've had the opportunity to talk to is this idea of leading by example. These respected leaders had one thing in common. They follow through and they show up, not just for their team, but for themselves. And so because of that, they all have a fairly high say-do ratio. Now, regardless of what organization you're with or what title you have, your commitment to following through and showing up for yourself and the people around you is a game changer. Trust me, this can have a huge impact on how people experience you in life. A huge impact on how people experience you in life. Your friends and family will thank you, and your team, your organization, they'll all thank you for investing in this idea of improving your say-do ratio. Now, ultimately, bottom line, say-do ratio kind of boils down to trust. And Pew Research did this great study in 2019, I believe, about trust in the US. And there's no surprise here that trust is at an all-time low, okay? But this is where the say-do can help, because when you have a high say-do ratio, trust automatically goes up, right? And people's interest in partnering with you and working with you automatically increases because people want to work with people that they can trust. Now, on the flip side, if your say-do ratio is low, you know, that is when your credibility goes down. People aren't as inspired to work with you. They just don't want to, right? Because they're not sure that they can trust you to get the things you need to get done to help the entire group. So say-do ratio has huge impact, as I mentioned before. So what I want to do now is very quickly share 3 tips that will help you increase your say-do ratio instantly. The first is adopt it as a core value. Make this little principle important in your life and let people know that you're working on it. You know, when you tell people that, hey, I'm working on my say-do ratio, it will help solidify and create rock solid relationships because other people want to see you win. At the same time, you might have relationships that are fragile because they haven't trusted you in the past. And so saying, hey, I'm working on this can help to restore and mend those relationships, and we all want that, right? So it's a very good thing to create this idea and this standard to bring it in as a core value. The second thing is obvious, but y'all, we just do not do this. We say yes to everything. Stop doing that. Stop saying yes to everything. I know it feels good in the moment to say yes, but it feels equally as bad when you let people down. So I don't know why we do this. So, and I'm guilty as anybody else, but stop saying yes to everything and evaluate your ability, your actual ability to get something done. And then when you do make a commitment and you do say, yeah, I think I can do this, I want you to be specific. Specificity is key. With the other person that you're making this arrangement with, say, let them know when they can expect it, what they should expect, how it will get delivered, right? Specificity is key. Being vague just creates confusion all the way around. And the real key to say-do ratio is strong communication. And the last tip is to adjust expectations. So listen, we all overcommit, we're all overscheduled, right? We might say yes to something and can't get it done. This is your opportunity for integrity to shine, okay? So if you can't get a thing done that you said you were gonna do, bring the other person in and say, hey, I'm not gonna be able to meet this deadline. I thought I was, my bad. Can we adjust the deadline? Can I delegate a little bit? I want to make sure that we're on the same page, and adjust the contract, the sort of, mental contract that you all had together, and come up with something new. That will galvanize your relationships, right? When you can admit that you got it wrong, but you want to make it right, and you can figure it out together. So those are my 3 tips. So I want to ask you again, what is your say-do ratio? Is it high? Is it medium? Do you know where you're at, where you stand today? I want to challenge you as we move forward to allow this little idea to have a really big impact in your life. All right, go get them.